Hey guys, I'm back with another video. Today we're going to look at the Massdrop Ray Laconico Keen. Again, I know I talked about this a little bit in my other video, but just to avoid any questions that might pop up, I've joined a small group of reviewers where I can get my hands on some knives. So I am checking out some non-US made knives. So that's that. That's all I'm going to go into. If you want to join into the whole China-US conversation, go back a few videos, comment over there. We'll discuss it over there. I want to focus on the knife today. So this knife here has been out for a little bit. Actually, this is the first work from Ray that I've handled. Very happy to see that he has developed a relationship with Massdrop to release some knives that can find their way into more people's hands. Because if you don't know, Ray Laconico is a fairly well-known custom knife maker, and his knives, they're not super expensive for what a custom knife runs, but they're much more money than a lot of people will spend on a knife. So if you guys remember my Roxy video, the case looks about the same. On both sides there's a slot, there's a Ray Laconico towelette, comes in a plastic bag. There's some silica in here to prevent any type of rust. And you can see here his signature stamp, and he stamps his customs in the same location. You can see here, this is, let's get the box out again. Okay, it doesn't say on the box. This is all it says on the box. So this here looks to be a tumble stone washed finish, titanium on both sides. It looks like there is a milled groove in the handle here, regular silver hardware. This looks to be a titanium backspacer. This here appears to be a milled clip, decent retention, no rattle, so it's directly down on the handle of the knife. And it looks like it could possibly serve as a bit of an over travel stop. It looks like it rides over onto the lock bar here. You can see the centering of the knife here. Excellent centering. There does appear to be a stainless steel lock bar insert, which will help with the wear of the knife. There is a flipper tab that does have some machining. You can see that here. Nice machining. There is no jimping, and the tab sticks straight up. So let's see how it flips. Flips right out, no problem. You can see here the belt satin finish on the blade. There is a sharpening choil. Over here you can see the Massdrop logo. Does appear there's some oil on the blade. The blade is pretty sharp, and honestly it comes down to a fairly fine edge. It's a full flat grind. You can see that grind starts all the way up at the spine and goes all the way down to the bottom here. The lockup to me looks to be, let's see, looks to be maybe about 15% or so, pretty early. Like I said, you can see that steel lock bar insert. There's a recess on either side to help you get your thumb in here. No lock stick, and you can't push that lock bar over any further than that. So like I said, it almost is like this clip serves as a over travel stop. The action is fairly decent. Let's see, I light switched it the first time. Let's see if I can push button the knife out. So you can push button the knife out. Doesn't seem to fire out as hard as if you light switch it. Now, I have large hands. I know that one of the things people said about the knife in the reviews I've seen is it's a fairly large knife. You can see here in my extra large hands, it fits very well. You can definitely feel that clip. I don't know about that. This is just an initial impressions video, so I'll have to do a bit of a follow-up, but you definitely can feel that clip. It's not the most comfortable, but the overall shape of the knife is very comfortable. There's obviously no jimping. That branding is right here where the jimping would be. Overall, very comfortable knife. Comes down to a fairly thin edge here. Pretty nicely finished. So like I said, I'll do a follow-up video for you guys coming up here maybe in the next couple of days, because this knife, like I said, it's a loaner, so I have to check it out and get it back in the mail. But overall, this is not a bad knife. It's a pretty nice knife. The flips very well, no lock stick. The action is pretty smooth. The action is pretty smooth here. Give me a second. I'm going to come right back and I'll give you guys a little information on the blade steel. And it feels like it's on bearings, but I want to confirm that. Give me one. All right, guys, a couple of corrections to make. We'll just make it in the video. First of all, I said it's a stainless steel lock bar insert. I meant, and what I was thinking in my head is hardened steel lock bar insert. The back spacer is titanium. The blade steel is S35VN, and it is a caged ceramic ball bearing system. So you can see here, it's not the smoothest, but again, you know, it's not a custom knife. It's, you know, reasonably priced, mass-produced version of a knife from a custom maker. So overall, like I said, pretty nice knife, flips out very well, comes down to a fine edge on this spear point blade. Not a whole lot to complain about. This clip seems to be maybe one of the only things that I would say I don't know about, but I'm gonna carry this a little bit and I'll give you guys a follow-up shortly about the knife and how I feel about the knife. The knife overall, like I said, is pretty solid. So, oh, let me check for blade play. So no up and down and no side to side. So it's solid without any blade play. So that's always a good thing. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you in the next one. Remember, a lazy man carries a dull knife.